The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are Spin.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking. Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear bear, because for years he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfire.
Hey, like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust for a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to Smoke. Learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my...
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
And the reward. AdoptUSKids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Services, and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted telecast may be produced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
Johnston Jaguars basketball is on the air. We are live in Louisburg, and it is the ladies on this Saturday afternoon ready to go on court. The coverage on our Johnston Jaguars Athletic YouTube TV feed as well on the Community Radio Network at wearecrn.com. Good evening. Good afternoon. Normally we do games at nighttime. Good afternoon to you. I'm Wesley Outland, the voice of the Johnston Jaguars. We are getting ready for this matchup between the Lady Louisburg Hurricanes and the Johnston Jaguars. And again, I'm alongside with Will Coates. We'll talk about saying Mark Coates is one of our football broadcasters. We've got Will Chalk in the house. And Will, I'll tell you what, young man, you've seen the men college Jaguars, and now we're going to see the ladies in action. And it's actually been a while. Women Johnston Jaguars college team has been able to play.
Yeah, it's been a while. Last game was actually December 14th against Wake Tech. They had a loss in that game. I'm just excited to see what this Johnston Jaguars team can do.
We'll certainly see what's going to go on. And of course, Alonzo Lunsford is bringing his team together. They're going to go to their ready for this game here in just a couple of moments between, of course, again, the Louisburg games. And you know what, Will? It needs no recognition for itself. The credentials that the Louisburg Hurricanes have are all of these banners out across the wall as far as I can see. 91 national champions, 92 champions back-to-back, 2013 national champions, regionals, divisions, you name it, runner-ups. They're really good teams here.
Yeah, see how long this program's been in for basketball, volleyball, every sport that plays in this. They have all kinds of banners now.
It speaks for itself, the credentials that this team has, and we are ready to go here very, very soon for tip. 3 minutes away. By the way, there will not be any player intros. There will not be anything. Get this thing started. And we prepare for this game between the Johnston Jaguars. It's good to see the Lady Jaguars again. And by the way, this is the first of our double header this afternoon. We have a college game that's about to go down here in Charlotte, and then we prepare for what will be a men's high school basketball game at Garner, part of the Martin Luther King Classic. Clayton Comets will be playing against North Edge Couriers, Will, Kim Winslow, and myself will have the call of that game come later on this afternoon. We're preparing for Louisburg and Johnston on the road here. This game is about 2 minutes from tip-off. We will introduce the officials for tonight. They are from the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association. Referee crew chief is Mario Price, Sam Allen, and James Mercer in the referees for tonight's game, this afternoon's game. So again, not wasting any time to get things started. This should be a good matchup, Will. About 2 minutes.
Yeah, these teams have almost the same records. Louisburg's played more games and I just think this game will be a close game based off what I've researched.
These final moments before tip-off get underway. These teams getting final warm-ups for, of course, the Louisburg Hurricanes that were in the white on red and white with some blue for the Johnston Jaguars. And there's new players been recruited in as they get ready in this game coming up here in just a few moments between the Jaguars and, of course, the women's college basketball. By the way, I will say this, Will, man, I'm so glad to get this before the weather comes in. There's a chance of a lot of winter weather coming in, and it starts tonight.
Yeah, I haven't watched the news lately, but I've heard a lot of people talk. You see ice, salt all over the roads, trying to make sure that these roads stay clear.
Yeah, there's brine roads and all of the things that are being done necessary to try to get this game underway. It's 40 seconds from tip-off. It's almost that time. Coach Al and the Jaguars are great to be back on the court again. They haven't played since Wake Tech. The last teams played one another. And, of course, this is the first matchup between the Johnston Jaguars and Louisburg here today. So we'll prepare for this matchup again, as, again, there will not be pros. There will not be a national anthem. We're scheduled for 1 o'clock tip-off. The referees of the NJ are ready. The coaches are ready, and the players are ready. Again, the referees from the National Junior Athletic Association includes Mario Price as the crew chief. Sam Allen and James Mercer will be more referees for this afternoon's game. And, Will, it's almost go time, bud.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Should be fun to see what these two teams can do. And we are waiting the tip-off. Starting five for the Johnston Jaguars now make their way out onto the court. It includes number 23 of Dave Campbell, number 22 of Jakaya Kelly, number 5 of Tamara Hooker, number 15. And that is going to be Ayanna Council, as well as number 1 of Diane. So those are your starting five. Starting five getting ready to go for the Jaguars, and we await the ready to go here in just a couple of moments. We're glad that you're here. This is the first of header of high school basketball coming up, but first it is college. Louisburg Hurricanes. They're wearing the blue with the red numbers. The black and the blue and the white numbers is the Jaguars, and this game is underway. And quickly, tempo starts for the Louisburg Hurricanes, and they'll strike. Top of the circle, looking inside, number 20. And in the basket, and good. And ready to here. And the Louisburg strikes first, and they strike early, quickly here, Will.
Good, well-executed play right there. For
Shot for
Louisburg.
3, though, number 5, Tamara Hooker. And we'll put it in for a field goal. It's now a 3-2 lead for the Jaguars. Tempo, Shelby Ricks, power lane. Ball goes in and out. She gets her own rebound back. Goes to the top left of the backboard. Turn back to the Jaguars. And the Jaguars respond. Up by 1 already in this game. It's a 3-2 game. Remember, 4 10-minute quarters. Basket goes in. Number 1, Diasia Robinson. E. Smith from Fayetteville, Boom City, as we call it, Will. And the Jaguars are now up by 3.
A great pass down low, and Jaguars capitalized off of it.
Jaguars up here in the early going, first period. Looking for an opportunity to send it off, 20-20. trying to go for the 3 shot, coming up short. That was Antonia Worley going Rick, so they'll turn it over. The Warriors will, or the Hurricanes will, and it will now be Jaguar ball again. Jaguars back on possession. Coach Al looks on, smile on his face. On late night, talked on the phone with the coach till almost 1:30 this morning about this team. Players, new recruits going club level. Shot off the rim, no good. That was the attempt by number 5. And they're going to call a foul here as now it's going to send Daviana Campbell to the line. Foul's going to be on number 5 of Makara Shippey, guard freshman out of Gaffney, South. That's the home of Cherokee Speedway. I've been there many, many times announcing races for MAV TV. And she is from Gaffney, and it's going to send Campbell to the line. And Daviana Campbell, the 5 freshman senior from Rockingham, is going to shoot one. She misses her first one there, Will.
Yeah, you got to make free throws, Wesley.
Got to make those free throws when the clock isn't running. We say that. I know it's got to be probably, sleeping once you get tired of saying it is the truth. It's number 23 now. Again here. 23, Shelby Ricks. Ricks will go up inside the lane, trying to find number 44. And actually, correction, that's actually number 14 for Louisburg. And that is Michaela Everett, 6'4", sophomore center out of Wilson, graduated from Bedingfield. As a shot for 3 by Tamara Hooker. Rebound comes back by Council up the lane. Short ball play. It'll go to Louisburg.
Hey, that's all right, Daisy. Shake it off, Daisy. Shake it off.
And they'll reset here. Still a lot of here left to play. 7:35 remaining here in the first period. Tip-off just after 1 p.m. Eastern time. And a fast-paced game at that here. Only one team foul we've seen in the opening 3 minutes.
Yeah, this game's going by really fast, actually. Way faster than the men's.
For us, because we got to pack up and hit the road to be ready to go for a 4:30 tip-off this afternoon. Kim Winslow, Will Chalk, and myself, Wesley Outlet, will have call at the MLK Classic. The Garner Trojans are hosting that tournament, and we will be taking on the North Edgecombe Warriors. Comets tip-off at 4:30. Foul off the rim, no good. That's short by number 3. And that was Shelby Ricks trying to go for it. And they're going to send now with number 23 of Dave back to the free throw line as another foul is called on 0, Amira Nelson. We're used to normally having the pictures and all the sound effects, and unfortunately none of that going on here. Some fans are in the stands. That's good. Daviana Campbell, first shot at free throw, no good. So this game underway. Campbell, second shot. She is now 3 for 4 at free throws now, Will.
Johnston is really capitalizing off these free opportunities that the Louisburg Hurricanes are giving them.
They come back and respond here. Driving up the lane, number 11, basket off the rim, no good. 6-4, tie it up, number 20. 20, Antonia Worley, the power forward freshman from Lynchburg. Tie slapped away by Ricks. Ricks breaks away, 1 to beat by Hooker. Mid rebound. Ayana Council gets it back for the Jaguars, and they come roaring coast to coast. Coming up short, rebound. Coming back there is going to be number 24, Amara Tate. Amara Tate Smith will now find Shelby Ricks to the right side. They'll go to the wing. Looking now. Finding now Worley. Worley driving up the lane. She's to Delisha line barrier. Linebarger throws one up. Ricks for 3 and good. 3-point shot. And now it's a 3-point lead for Canes Will.
That was a great ball movement right there by the Hurricanes, and they were able to find somebody open 3.
Shot for the 3, short by Jelly from Nightdale, one of the Nightdale Knights. And this will turn it over back to the Louisburg Hurricanes as Amira Tate Smith works her way back up court. She'll find top of the circle now, looks back around, finds Worley. Worley will now work around the circle and go back now to under the paint, boxed in by 2. Attempt there by Tate Smith. Rebound coming back down to the Jaguars. Here comes Tamara Hooker. She'll work her way back up. Hooker slices, dices up the lane. Ball goes under the backboard, and there's a whistle. And they're going to call a foul on number 20 of Antonia Worley. for the Louisburg Hurricanes. So another Hurricanes, that's the third team foul. Another foul on number 20, Worley. This is going to bring 15, the 5'4" player from Trinity, high school graduate from Fayetteville, Ayanna Council. And Council will shoot two. She makes her. Resetting the back to 30. Remember, in college basketball, even in the NJCAA, they do have a shot clock. Council second shot coming up, 5:25, almost midway through in the first period. And a timeout is called by the Louisburg head coach here. So he is going to take a timeout. We'll take one with him. Right now, it's a 1-point lead for the Hurricanes, and the Jaguars still early in the.
I may never have met you. We'd be back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because it doesn't protect you. It protects me. I mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources, call or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
Get connected, get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
The Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CR. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at We Are CRN. We Are CRN.
Back here at Jag Nation here in Louisburg. 5 minutes remaining here in the first period. Leslie out the back with you. Driving up the lane is going to be Louisburg. They lead by 1. And they by Delisha Linebarger coming up short. Rebound. Hook over. Ricks got it. Number 23. Shelby Ricks to the back. He's fouled. No basket. She's going to go to the free throw line, though. And a 2-shot foul coming up as Ricks will go to the line for Louisburg for the first time this afternoon. First one goes in. She is a guard forward sophomore for the Hurricanes, and she is from Florida. She graduated from Winter Haven High School. Sub about to come in for the Jaguars. It's going to be number 0, Zachariah Thaggart here. And Thaggart is a former Spartan coming in on sub. As number 15 will take a rest on the council. 11-8. Well, you hear the coach. The coach just said make it. What that means there, Will. Make it rain.
Yeah, I wonder what we're about to see.
Make it rain. That was the call that was just given. Jakaya Kelly gets the ball to Thaggart inside the hooker under the basket. And there is number 1, Deja Robinson. City in the 5'8" Fayetteville grad puts it in for 2, and they're back down 1 point. Hurricanes trying to respond by 1. And here we go again now. Another 3-point shot there for the Hurricanes, and they're back up at 4. Number 22 inside, Jakaya Kelly. Kelly will now set it up there to Thaggart for 3. I'm wondering if that's what Make It Rain's mean, Will, but they're coming up short on the 3-point shot.
Jaguars are doing a really good job moving the ball. They're getting some wide open layups. It's really helping them in this game.
Coming up short on the 3-point shot is here comes back inside to Ricks. Smith will settle in back to 1. Larger, and they'll turn it over. 16-10, it's a 6-point lead now. Jaguars college basketball on the air. High school basketball coming up at 4:30. Off the rim, no good. Attempt by Shelby Ricks. And here she comes running back up court. The goes back down to the Hurricanes of Tate Smith. Amira Tate Smith down the tempo. Jaguars ready to dig in on the defense. That's going to be Thaggart. Thaggart After there's Hooker as well. Going to go down to Line Barger. Line Barger goes back to Ricks to the left wing. Left mid wing. Finds now. Going to be 24. Tate Smith. Now backs to 11. Line Barger for 3. It's off the rim. In and out the rebound. Comes back to Daviana Campbell for the Jaguars in the backup court. Shot attempt going for Jakaya Kelly. Who's in just a little bit more. Comes up short. Rebound wheel. Goes back to the Hurricanes.
Yeah, it looks like team is really trying to slow down the tempo while one team is really trying to speed it up.
Trying to respond tempo for the Jaguars, slow tempo for the Hurricanes, and they're in front right now. Sub Kaija Washington is about to come in as here comes a Clayton Comet. She graduated from Clayton. I've known her a very, very long time from high school, but we've covered on CRN. She's about to wrap up her nursing degree and graduated in nursing. And, of course, it's good to see her back on the court again. Kaija Washington, the 5'6". Clayton ready to come back out here. Going back now to Hooker. Hooker now settles in to Jakaya Kelly, back to Hooker. Hooker drives up the lane, settles up, shot for 3, and it's short. Number 0 of Zachariah Thaggart. And there's a foul. It's on the Hurricanes, number 20 of Tanya Worley. Not foul. It'll just be inbounded back to the Jaguars, and Hooker goes for 3 to the right of the net and just couldn't put it in the net. It's 16-10. 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter here now, Will.
Yeah, Johnston Jaguars, great job, but Louisburg's got all the pressure right now, and pressure means everything. All the games I've seen.
Yeah, Worley's there. Worley's trying to settle in. Number 5 is also there as well. And working to the basket. Yeah, there you go. Number 22, from Nightdale. A former Night Wheel putting it in there for 2.
High school a little bit.
We covered Nightdale earlier this year on the CRN network for comment. In fact, Nightdale won. Slack tip away. Number 30. And it's going to be a 13 on the shot clock. They're going to put 30 on the shot clock. 1:21 remaining here. They got to reset the clock now back to 1:21, and then they got to put 13 on the shot clock. Coming in for the Jaguars, Asia Douglas. She's 5'5" from Richmond, from Rockingham County. She's a Richmond. And she'll come in now as number 22, Jakaya Kelly. Will
wide open 3.
Wow, look at that wide open 3. Look at that shot. Boy, that was
25.
Correction, number 25. Yes, sir. Miracle Cornell. And freshman Ford puts it in there for a big 3. 1 minute remaining in the first period. And a foul as Deja Robinson driving up the lane. And Deja Washington Robinson, correction, to the line. Deja Robinson, 5'8" from E.E. Smith. And she's going to shoot 2. Closing in on 1 minute remaining here in the period of play. And first shot, no good.
It's free, it's free.
At the charity stripe, you got to make those free throws there, Will Chalk.
Yeah, even the coach is saying it's free.
Deja, the charity stripe for the free throws. Under a minute to play in what has been a very first period of action. Now a 7-point lead and trying to go for more. Hooker on the rebound for the Jaguars. She'll drive up the lane. Look on, she stepped over the line, and they turn it over and give it back to Louisburg as Kaija Washington step out of bounds there, Will.
Yeah, you just got to watch your feet step. It was a little fast, so she didn't really have time to see where she was landing at. She just happened to.
Under a minute to play. As from one side of the wing to the other, going to drive one up the lane for short. Hooker jumps up on the rebound after the attempt by Shippey goes no good on 3. Now go for 3, and she makes it. 3-point shot makes it in for Tamara. The 5'6" graduate from Trinity, now from Fayetteville. Final 10 seconds. Cut the lead to 4 for the Hurricanes. Basket, no good, but fouled. She was sideways, and 11's going to go to the line and shoot 2 for the end of the first period. They're going to call the foul on number 13. Actually, number 23. Yeah, Asia. And this is going to bring number 11, Linebarger, to the line. Dalsha Linebarger, she's a guard freshman, North Carolina. Graduated from Bunker Hill High School. And Linebarger is ready to end the first period with field goal shots at the free throw line and good. 20-5, 5-point lead, and that's the end of the first. Louisburg Hurricanes 20, Johnston Jaguars 50. And this is NJCAA Women's College Basketball on CRN Sports Production.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were...
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Promise about the crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, and you can get it at the same time as your COVID-19 vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu, potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
To you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, you are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand. Learn about adopting a teen from foster. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. Today's broadcast.
First period in the books. Well, coverage of Johnston Jaguars basketball. And we're ready for the start of the second period. About threw it away. Wow. It's 20-15, 5-point lead for the. Now, Will Chalk, Leslie Outland back here with you. Afternoon coverage. Don't forget, we're about 3 hours away from basketball as North Edgecombe Warriors taking on the Comets, part of the Martin Luther King 2022 at Garner. We'll have that around 4:15 pregame tip-off at 4:30 as number 20 to go to the line, and she will shoot 2, and she misses her first at the charity stripe wheel.
What was that foul on? Was that on number 15?
Foul was on number 15 for the Jaguars. Yes, it was. It's actually on a council. And no good at the free throw line. At least one for Ricks, and this will now bring the Jaguars back up court again. And a steal. Ricks got it away. Pressures Council into the basket, and she comes up as Ricks will put the layup in 2.
She's lucky that wasn't called a kick ball because it looked like she ball with her foot.
Man, got the ball stolen away, and that's all she wrote, and she made it work. And shot for 2, number 22, and that was Jakaya there.
She hasn't really missed anything she's put up.
No, she has really good so far. 23-17, though. Got to get out of the cellar. They're down by 6. Down by 6. Jaguars. And it's last touch by Johnston. It will stay Louisburg Hurricanes ball.
I didn't see it hit off the chair, but I mean, the ref has a better view of it than I do.
Yeah, they'll call it off the Jaguars. So Ricks will inbound it. We'll get ready to go back again. Shot off the rim, no good. Rebound. And here comes number 1 trying to respond of Daisha Robinson, and Robinson will inbound it back to Hook. Tamara Hooker, 5'6", from Trinity North Christian, graduated And of course, she's from Fayetteville. 23-17, still down by 6. Still in the first half of play. Shot going up now for 3 off the rim. No good. Attempt by 18 of Ayanna Council for the Jaguars, and they'll turn it back over, and it will still be Jaguar pass. Last touch by the Hurricanes.
See what the Jaguars are going to try to set up here on this inbound play.
23-17, 6-point lead here in Louisburg for college women's basketball in the NJCAA. Ball gets deflected into the upper deck, and it will still remain for the Jaguars. Remember the game tomorrow against Catawba Valley, postponed due to weather. The next time the Jaguars women and men play is back at Stratford this Thursday. Hooker goes for 3 and in.
She is not really anything.
Cut
really.
the lead to 3 for the Hurricanes.
Missed much, really carrying this Jaguars offense, keeping them in this game.
Put it in, man. I tell you, Jaguars are on the prowl. Hooker, and a response, though, by number 5. Makara Shippey says, you're going to score on me? Fine, I'll score back on you. And she responds with a 3-pointer. Basket, who are they going to call it on? Who's got possession?
It looks like it.
For Johnston.
Oh.
It'll be basketball. As number 1, Davidson.
Tried to pass it in, hit off the out-of-bounds line.
Surely did.
Was she the sideline? Okay.
They're saying that she stepped over out of bounds there on the sidelines. The turnover. So we'll try this again here. 26-20. It's now a 6-point lead for the Hurricanes. The Flyers still within striking distance. They have not played since mid-December. Their last game, December 13th, with a loss to rival Wake Tech Eagles. Another 2 made. Basket number 14, Michaela Everett. That's a big player for Louisburg, and she did her defensive job and put it in offensively.
Yeah, that was really greatly executed for Louisburg.
Just like that, they respond.
Louisburg's bench really giving them a lot of energy here. A lot of momentum.
Making some noise for sure. Wow. Listen to this crowd.
Oh, my goodness. 3-second violation.
And there it is. Yep.
3-second violation on number 1. Don't have the roster in front of me.
For who?
Is a 3-second violation for the Jaguars.
Number 1, that's Deja Robinson. Your roster 11.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I see it now.
I help you out.
Really great defense right there. Hurricanes.
Yes, it is.
Not allowing any points, any easy points, at least for the Jaguars. 3 put up by number 24 for Louisburg.
That was an attempt there. Just coming up short. He'll try it again.
Jaguars slowing down a little bit.
And Hooker now under pressure, drives up the lane. Shot by Council, it's short. Council to Hooker, and they turn it right back over. Now it's an 8-point lead for the Hurricanes as we're 6 minutes remaining in the first half. They turn it over, the ball goes out of play. That's touched by Michaela Everett. Louisburg will turn it over, it'll go back to the Jaguars.
Yeah, that was a great defense right there by the Jaguars. Really stopping Louisburg. Both teams have defense here, Wesley.
Literally making it work, if you will, as you just said, but definitely a turnover.
A lot of turnovers in this game. Pretty sloppy first, but
hey, we gotta pass the ball.
Two teams are still scoring a lot.
Still a lot of basketball here left to play. We still got another half and another, 4 minutes left here in the first half. So about 25 minutes of basketball remaining. So ball to be played is right now number 14 again, Michaela Everett, the 6'4" center from Wilson. She graduated for the Bettyfield Bruins. Puts it in for 2 by 10 now. Biggest lead of the game. Jaguars trying to respond.
JK, when you shoot, don't fall away. Boy, the shoot, stay with it.
All over. It's a 10-point lead. 30 to 20 remaining here in the first half. Shelby Ricks inbound it back to Worley, and here we go again with under 5 minutes. Correction, that's actually going to be number 24 of Tate Smith. She'll get it back. And here we go. Ricks to Tate Smith. Back to Ricks. Shot no good. Attempt by number 5, McCara Shippey for Louisburg. Rebound. And they come back with it at midcourt. It's Council. Trying to get that tempo there, Will.
Yeah, Jaguars are really trying to get, but then they keep
Take away, steal, Hooker, Robinson, and she's fouled. Asia Robinson after the assist from Hooker under the basket. And there's a ball, and it's a foul on number 23 of Ricks, and this is going to bring Robinson to the line, and we'll shoot 2.
It was a really good pass down low by the Jaguars, and then she happened to get hard on the foul. She was actually guarded by, she was triple teamed. Got real hard contact, got a foul, obvious foul.
This is going to sit number 1 to the line, and Robinson, first one off the net. Number 0 about to come in, that's Zachariah Thagard, a former Spartan from Triple S. Also, we await Kai on subs. Here we go with under 5 minutes remaining here in the first period of play. First half. Phillips inside the lane, looking now back to Tate Smith. Stick away. Jakaya Kelly. This is our house. Going, throwing the block was Tate Smith. Kaya Kelly got her own rebound back.
Yeah, she got blocked twice and got both rebounds.
Shot for Thacker, and it was short. And they're going to call for a jump ball. No, they won't. They turn it over. It's going to go to the Hurricanes. And a timeout's called by the coach of the Hurricanes.
Trying to slow down, maybe trying to get something set up for the
You went car shopping, you meant business. You vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost didn't have. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America are neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feed.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America. 200 strong.
.413 left to go here in the first half of play, second period. Wesley Outland back here with you on the Jaguars Sports Network on CRN Productions. Turnover. Washington tried to get it back and set it up under the back. Hurricanes back, and again another steal. A Hooker went for it. Robinson's going to get fouled, it looks like. Foul on number 11 on the push for the Hurricane. Asia Linebarger. It is a non-shooting foul, and it will be by Robinson. Deja Robinson going back to Tamara Hooker, the number 5. Now to Jakaya Kelly. Jakella back to Robinson. Kelly on that go to Robinson. Tipped away by Ricks, and she got her own rebound back, though. Robinson goes down to Kelly for 3. Boom! 3-point shot. Cut the lead to 7 for the Hurricanes.
Wow, this game's been a real 3-point showdown so far. This is the most threes I've ever seen made in the first
A lot
half.
being drained here for sure. And a very first half, by the way, too. We're only at 33 minutes in play. We're almost at halftime. Minutes. As here it comes now, Everett, and she'll put it in for 2. And the Hurricanes respond again on the Jaguars and make it now a 9-point lead. 3 minutes remaining into the basket. Taking a shot was Kaija Washington. Washington a little slow getting up. She walks it off. She shrugs it off, and she's going to go to the line and shoot 2. And they will not. It's a non-shooting foul. It's Jaguars ball, though. Robinson will inbound it. to Hooker. Hooker, they fight for it. Midcourt, no penalty. She'll bring it back up again. Hooker. Under pressure from Kelly. Back down to Kelly. Kelly to Hooker. Hooker now. Almost tripped up, and she's fouled by number 11, a line barger. Will send number 5 to the line, and she's going to no, they won't. Non-shooting foul. It's only going to be possession. Hooker will inbound it, Will.
Great job by Tamara Hooker. Really staying defender's body, making it look like that she's really trying to push up on her. So
and now they've called for all stop.
It's like they're trying to figure out who the foul is on, maybe. Or how many fouls they
I
have.
thought on number 11 of the Leisure line barger, but or line barger, actually. The minds here, and I don't think they're discussing lunch plans at the table. Under 3 minutes remaining, 9-point lead for the Hurricanes on the Jaguars. And the referee at the table talking, and they're going to call for a non-foul. So I think there maybe was the discussion of possibly
team fouls,
shooting,
maybe?
team fouls, counting them up. Anyhow, shot for 3. Oh, my goodness, what a shot! The play from Smithfield. Zachariah Thaggart, 5'7", a Spartan from S, and she put in a monster 3 there to cut the lead now. Trying to respond, 32-26. The lead's now only 6. Up the lane again, Thaggart again, and she drives up the. She can go for 3s and 2s, Will, and got it done. Thaggart on fire for the Spartan.
No, they're doing it all. The Jaguars are. Their bench is really helping them, giving the big energy that they need to.
They're rooting her on. They're cheering her on. Shot for 3 by Ricks, and she nails a 3-pointer. The left of the wing of the circle and wing, and Ricks responds for the Hurricanes. 35-28, the lead now back to 7. Right into the first half, and boom, Tamara Hooker comes back. Ricks, you're going to go a 3. He'll do a 3. Hooker with a 3. How many 3s have been in the first half of this game, Will? My goodness.
That was Hooker's 4th 3 made this half. I think it's either 4 or 5. That's Chargers calling number 14 for Louisburg.
Charge is called Tina Michaela Everett.
That was a very obvious charge. Lowered the shoulder, goes through the defender.
And it's a non-shooting foul, but it is Jaguars basketball. You've got Thaggart and Hooker draining threes. Man, that's awesome here. I know to get back to it, they haven't played basketball since December. It's been mid-December, the month since they played, when they lost to their rival, the Wake Tech Eagles. Then they had injuries. Jordan Lowry went down. A couple of other players went down. Some academically, and Coach Al had to go back to the well and find new players and bring back. He's done just that. Worley. Washington on the attempt here as we come up on 1 minute here in the first half. Basket. She's there. Everett and 2. She's like a big football player there, Will.
Yes, she's in the game, keeping the Hurricanes in the game and using her size, really trying to get over these defenders.
The lead at 6, but is still there by Ricks. Correction, Worley. Worley intercepted it. Away, intercepted back by Hooker. Hooker, she'll drive up the lane. Basket. Rebound, Robinson. Got it back. Jakaya Kelly for 3. Off the rim and no rebound. Comes back to the Hurricanes. Here comes Michaela Everett. Under 30 seconds to play here in the first half.
Coach really telling them to slow down for the Hurricanes, trying to get the last shot off.
Takes, resets with Ricks at midcourt, though, ready to settle in. Robertson. Washington is there. She's coming after. Tate Smith now settles back to work. Goes inside, goes down to Shippey. Shippey again to Everett. Cut the lead to 8. Horn, first half, 30-31 at the break. Well, Will, team that has literally seen monster 3-point shots on both sides of the ball for the Jaguars and Hurricanes. What a first half of basketball.
Yeah, this game has been insane. It looks like a 3-point contest out here. 3 threes they're shooting.
Literally seems like a 3-point competition as we are at the half, and it is currently 39-31, an 8-point lead as these teams will come back in about 15 and get ready for the start of the second half. 39-31 score. Man, what can you say? What a game. What a game so far, Will.
Jaguars getting all the threes, but really making some good shots, getting a lot of turnovers caused from their pressure on defense, and really forcing a lot of points off turnovers for the Hurricanes.
39-31, 8-point lead. They're doing really, really good as these teams continue to play here. I'm telling you, man, it's been really fun watching them, and it's been an interesting game. There's basketball left to play, and that's the thing, Will. Man, there's still a lot of basketball left.
Yeah,
it's not done by any means of the imagination. Still a lot of ball remaining.
This game's gone by really fast. Not too many fouls called, not too many timeouts. I've really been any timeout for like 1 or 2 calls. This game's gone by really fast.
So what at the these two teams? Obviously, do you think they're fair matches? That Johnston just needs to work on some things to stay in it.
Match, but Louisburg does have the size advantage with Lineberger playing, so I think they're going to try to limit half. She's really carrying their offense, and then I think Johnston's just going to continue to do what they're doing on offense, shooting those good.
We're about less than 15 minutes away from the start of the third. Don't forget, we will be back here and at 4:30 time for coverage of the Clayton Comets taking on the North Edgecombe Warriors 2022 Martin Luther King Classic. By the way, the game that was scheduled for tomorrow at Shrackin against Catawba Red Eagles has been postponed due to the winter weather that's coming in, chances of snow and ice. They got brines all over the highway, salt on the roads, and in an effort of safety, they have decided to postpone that game against the Valley the Redbirds until another date. But I will tentatively, we are preparing for them to come back to the Schrack Center. Both teams, how about a double header for the women and the men? And we're looking at here coming up on CRN Sports Production.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the two teams are going to do.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just going to say, but I'm just kind of looking at the schedule here. Of course, again, postponed for tomorrow as the Johnston Jaguars here tonight for women's basketball. Tomorrow, again, has been postponed because of the weather, and they'll work scheduled date for the Catawba Valley Redhawks. And then we're back to it again on the 20th. So right now, for women's basketball, Bryant and Stratton College. We saw the men play the other night, Will. Now we'll see the women play. That is at 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock tip-off. And then at 8 o'clock, roughly 8:30, Pitt Community College, the Pitt Bulldogs. And we watched it back in December. If you listen back in December when Bruce and I called him in Winterville, what a battle it was down to the wire for the men. And now it comes to Schrack, and that should be a great game coming up. And that is a doubleheader next Thursday, January 20th. All details at jccjaguarpride.com and at JCCNC Athletics for more information. Gone on to women's ball as they host Cape Fear. That'll be at home at the Schrack Center next Saturday, p.m. Next Sunday, back at Schrack at 3 p.m. Patrick and Henry travel to take on the men, Johnston Jaguars. And then, of course, the next game that week. And a lot of great games going on. You hope you can make your plans to join them. It's always great in the grandstands. Awesome basketball, the Johnston Jaguars. And, of course, this is a facility here at Louisburg. Will, you were telling me that you toured this place.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't even realize we climbed the stairs. to go inside the basketball arena.
Well, I didn't in 8th grade. I didn't really see this. I more saw like the school, like the rooms and stuff. I toured the school, but I didn't ever get to come all the way down here.
Gotcha. So what do you think of this spot?
It was pretty cool. But I'm gonna give a score update real quick on
Go
a
ahead.
really close SEC matchup.
Yeah. Hey, B. Bruce, give us some basketball scores, man. Go ahead.
All right. Number 22, Tennessee. Number 18, Kentucky. Number 18, Kentucky's up 41-32. Let me pull up the other ones real quick.
Look out, Bruce. We got an intern doing what you do. He loves giving those college score updates. So
Northwestern's playing number 10, Michigan State. Northwestern's up by 1, 51-50. Creighton's playing Xavier. Xavier's winning that, 57-53. Number 19, Texas Tech's playing at Kansas. Kansas State's up 48-45. Number 20, Seton Hall is playing at Marquette. Seton Hall is winning 65-61. Dayton is playing in DeQuince. I think that's how you pronounce it. Dayton's up.
DeQuince.
Okay. Dayton 55-36. UTSA is playing actually at Charlotte. Charlotte's up 34. Let's see what else we have. Florida, South Carolina. Florida's winning 36-28. And tonight, Duke State play.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be a really good matchup. 9-8 Wolfpack versus 13-2 Blue Devils. Can't wait to see that. That's because I'm
January 26th and February the 5th is the Johnston Jaguars men's basketball team will play the Louisburg. As right now, the women on court right now, they lead by 8. The Louisburg Hurricanes 39, Jaguars 31. The women will return to play the Hurricanes at center later on in the year, and that game is going to be on Valentine's, the day of love, Monday, February the 14th. The Louisburg Hurricanes will travel to Shrek, but again, January 26th and February 5th, Louisburg men will take on the Jaguars. All details at jccjag.com. We're back in a moment. As right now, it's an 8-point lead for the Hurricanes in Louisburg.
Some energy drinks want to scare you, even want to blow you around. And the others are just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting Skyberry Fusion, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
Hey, it's one of the co-founders and president of the Community Radio Network, known as C Sports, now going on 4 years as the voice of the Clayton Comets. Are you having your business being advertised on all of the athletic coverage of CRN? If it's all the sports coverage or just one, like football or basketball, daughter or son plays soccer or softball or even baseball, we've got you covered. From the gridiron to the court, to the field or the diamond, we want your business. Whether you are a car dealership to a paint business or even a or business. For more details, call 919-618-9286 or email leslieoutland@aim.com. And we look forward to having your business a part of the Community Radio Network today.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't bear with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's a man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, Get it at the same time as your COVID-19 vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
The AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
I may never have met you way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because it doesn't protect you, it protects me. My mask to protect you. Mask.
Everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
but because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you got to be careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start any. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought as Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Community Radio. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
And it is time to take a look at our Johnston Jaguars athlete student spotlight. This week, Mara Hooker. She's on the court right now. She is number 5 from Trinity Christian Heights in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And, of course, she is number 5 on the court guard. And, of course, she is looking to graduate with a degree and a of science. Fun facts about Tamara. Did you know she played sports? Was 4 years old, valedictorian of her graduating class, and she always going to the gym, whether working out or playing on the hoops court. Again, Mara Hooker, our this week's Johnston Jaguars student athlete spotlight. How about that, Will?
Yeah, it's a great job for really getting her name out there for this Johnston Jaguars. Really also carrying this Johnston Jaguars offense in this first half.
Really talented bunch of ladies here as we get you back here ready for the start of second. He is Will. I am Wesley Outland, and we welcome you back to coverage. We're about away for the under 3 minutes from the start of the third period. All right, so they come back from the locker room. Coach Al told the Jaguars, hey, you're still in this thing. This is not over yet, Will.
Yes. Just got to keep up our pressure. Got to get more rebounds. I haven't seen many Jaguars trying to get rebounds at the boards. And just keep doing what they're doing defensively. I think they're holding them pretty well.
I think the fact is continue to play your game. And, of course, I know they're behind Jagger the Jaguar and all the staff be ready for the start of 2 minutes away for the start of the third period. They're back on the court. Coming up, Louisburg is as well. It's an 8-point lead for the Hurricanes, and we are back in the third period next. Let me tell you about MPM, McAllister Precision Marketing. Racers with career advancement, promotion, and assist in sponsorship procurement. MPM also has professional etiquette training. They work with premier driver development teams and limited late models to late models. And they also to make it up to the levels of K&N, ARCA, Truck Series, and even NASCAR Xfinity. Contact McAllister today at McAllister Precision Marketing, 803-361-6199. Today, get on the board with MPM.
Dear friend Smokey Bear, because for he's only said
only prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on tall grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe. The cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, Louisburg. The Hurricanes Up by 8:39-31. We're 30 seconds away before the start. Runner-ups tournament, Final Four. It's a good conference here, Will.
Yeah, they've got a lot of wins, whether that's volleyball, women's basketball, men's basketball.
Oh, that's all basketball.
Oh, I see some volleyball on the wall.
To the far left is volleyball, but this is all in front of us on the banner.
Yeah.
If you want to show it on the broadcast, that's all. That is all basketball right there. It's 3 national championships of the National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association. Back actually, let's see here. No, one is 1981, one's 1992, and the other one's 20 most recent.
And then another one I see is they were third place in the national tournament.
That's right.
Next year they won it, I guess.
And we are ready to start the second half. Jaguars will now go from left court right to left for Louisburg. They're the black on black with the white Jaguars in the front of their jerseys. Louisburg again with the red, white, and blue, the white on white with red and in their shorts and their shirts. Louisburg on the front, and we're ready now for the start of the third period. 8-point lead for the Hurricanes as we set to go now. Turn by Hooker as that player we mentioned, number 15 to the basket, and 2, Ionic. That's the way to respond. Cut the lead now back to 6 there, Will.
It was a great way to open the half. Already got an easy layup, open the half.
Lane, here comes number 23. That's going to be Shelby Ricks. Ricks will now go to the top of the circle. Find a throw. Miracle Cornell from Franklinton. She's a former Ram. And for Louisburg, she puts in a big three-point shot. Response off the rim, no good. Rebound. Coming back now to the Jaguars. Gets her own rebound back in and out of the rebound. And it comes back down to Louisburg and early. 42-33. They're trying to come back, lead down by 9.
Going through. Shoot it, going through.
Bonding off the rim, no good. Basket in. So there's Everett again. And Will, we talked about how big Everett is, man. She's a monster player.
Yeah, she's making a big impact in this game. Got most of their points on the offensive side and really good defensive for the.
Everett's so tall, I'd have to stand up and look at her. I'd have to put my head up to look at her. That's how tall she is. And I'm only 5'11". Here we go now. Down there, comes back now to the Hurricanes. They'll hold possession, going for 2. Well, that's an air ball, no good. Rebound for our star player of the week of Hooker. Hooker going to Council. It goes around the rim. Man, you can't help that. That was Council. She went for the shot and just came up short there, Will.
Yeah, you got to make those wide open. You just got to treat those like it's a layup line in pregame.
Man, what heartbreak if she tried to put it in there. 2 minutes in play down in the third period. Responding.
Should be a
backcourt violation. It's going to turn it over back to the Jaguars now on the on. So it's Jaguars ball off the backcourt violation. Jakaya Kelly's found it from Knightdale. She's a former Knightdale Knight. Rocking those pink. Going down to Hooker. Hooker for 3. Short. Rebound by Everett. And here we go again. 44-33, 10-point lead for Louisburg. Some good things, just not those big three-point shots like we saw earlier, as that was almost a deflection and a by number 1, Deja Robinson, and they came up short with it under the basket. Number 15 again, Everett, Michaela Everett, 6'4", sophomore center from Bedingfield Bruin, and she puts it in for 2, and now a 12-point lead.
Yeah, you can't let her get hot. Really hard to stop her.
Look at how high she jumped through the air and got the rebound back.
Yeah, I'm surprised how tall she is.
She almost went 9 feet in the air. Towering everyone else for Louisburg. And there she goes again with the rock. And take away by Council. Ayanna Council driving coast to coast to the beat. She surrenders and goes left wing. Council now to Hooker. Hooker now to Jakaya Kelly for 3. the rim. It's no good. Robinson couldn't get the rebound. And Everett will get it back now for Louisburg. And here we go now, back for Louisburg to work their way back up court. Number 24, Meredith. Mid-court, slowing down the tempo. They're driving the game now, up by 13. 6:33 with 6:20 remaining here in the third period. A very nice matchup. Remember, 4:30. Everett, basket, rim. She's short and she's fouled.
Very obvious foul there.
Foul on Hooker.
She threw Everton and really broke up the shot, but you could really tell by the contact.
Brigade coming up at 4:30 Eastern time. It is Kim Winslow, myself, and Will Chalk for coverage of the Martin Luther King Classic. We leave from Louisburg and go to Garner as the Comets airtime at 4:15 for pregame. Tip-off at 4:30 from and the Classic. It's not a tournament. It's a classic event, and an invitation given for Clayton to be a part of it. JV right now was about to play in about 30 minutes against Green Level. Us doing the JV for the college game here. We just couldn't do the JV game, but we are doing varsity game.
And obviously Garner can't leave out Clayton. Live right down the road from each other.
Exactly. Yeah,
really, you can't forget to include them in Cleveland in this tournament.
You're
Classic. My bad.
47-33 remaining. And the clock ticks back down again here in the shot clock in effect, down to 20 seconds now. Kelly and turned it over, just gave it right to Tate Smith. And Tate Smith taking it to Louisburg. You got to climb up 2 sets to get to this basketball arena here at Louisburg College. I found very unusual also. Will.
Very, very unique basketball arena they have.
Very good here. Yes, sir, it is. And a steal, take away. Jakaya Kelly jumping up. Basket short. Rebound. She kept it. Thagard kept it going. Got it to Kelly. Got it to, tried to go for it again, and they're short. Back to Everett. Everett in 2. Jakaya Kelly couldn't get under it in time.
How tall Everett is. They passed the ball, Louisburg did, and it got tipped up.
Yes,
and
sir.
That was at Everett's face. Shows you how towering she is over everybody else.
Coach Al is taking we'll take one with him as right now. It's 49-33 with about 5 minutes remaining here. Period.
Guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just
Only prevent wildfires.
like if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So, fire prevention seriously, and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We'll pause seconds of network identification on CRN Sports and the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media and Facebook at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to the games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide. We are CRN.com. We are CRN.
Well, 5 minutes remaining here, 5:04 in the second half, third. Will Chalk, Wesley Outland back with you. Jaguar basketball for ladies on the air. NJCAA Women's College Basketball. And now it is Jaguars back on defense. Louisburg is number 24. Tate Smith works its way. Shot attempt, getting it back. Count, got it back to Hooker. And the Jaguars come steaming up there with momentum and then turn it right back over. And just threw it in there too quickly, Will.
Yeah, she didn't look like she was ready for the pass, even though she had a...
And Everett again for another 2. McKay Everett. Man, this girl's a monster.
Louisburg really...
Shot 3 short, desperation by Zachariah Thagard, and no good.
Louisburg pull away from this game. They haven't really allowed Johnston to get any open. So I started to pull away. You're going to see a little run here.
Got to respond here. The Jaguars certainly As right now they're short. 24 up the court. That's going to be Amira Tate Smith and a charge called. Offensive charge on Louisburg Hurricanes, and it's turn the ball back over to the Jaguars. Jaguars needed that, Will, for sure.
They really needed that to keep them, maybe get some momentum here. Might be a momentum changer for them.
Hooker will inbound it. Now to Jakaya Kelly. Or correction, actually Thagard. Thagard goes to Hooker and just over 23, Deviana Campbell, the 5'11", Rockingham. She's a former Richmond County Raider and turns it over now. And here's back in the game as Tate Smith will take a rest for the Hurricanes. 51-33, 4 minutes left to go here in the third period. Jaguars better come alive. They better come alive now. As it time running out.
Double dribble.
Yep, double dribble is called.
25 for Louisburg.
And that's going to turn it over now back.
Miracle for the double dribble.
That's right. Miracle Cornell, number 25 there. Cornell on the penalty, and here we go again. Jaguars have, and they better wake up and wake up now, as here comes now a shot by Council for three. It bounced off the rim. Rebound, though, got back to Hooker. Hooker off the rim. Second time, no good. Back down to Louisburg. They'll get the rebound back, and here they come, Will, back up court.
Good. Louisburg getting a really good fast break opportunity. Gets fouled on the shot.
Foul, number 11 go to the line, and Delisha Larger will shoot two as she gets pushed. Two-shot foul coming up.
What notification I just got, Wesley?
What's that, buddy?
Start of the Duke NC State game.
There you go. I thought that was...
No, I did too, but it's already 2-2.
Oh, there you go. Duke and NC State. That's number 11 at the free throw line. That is going to be Delisha Linebarger. She's a guard freshman from Clare, graduated from Bunker Hill, and she'll miss her first free throw and cut the lead now to 11.
Halftime for Kentucky and Tennessee right now, Wesley. 52-38 Kentucky.
Next one, and it is a 10-point lead now. 53-33-point lead. Wow. Just like that, Johnston was in it. And now the wind is out of their sails here, if you will, Will. Man.
I wouldn't yet. I would like to see what happens by the end of this quarter. Maybe they can get a run going. And then,
well, if they want to respond, they better wake up and wake up now for sure.
What's the quarter length for the each
4 10-minute periods?
Yeah, I still see them coming back. They got 12 minutes left to come back.
They're just not hitting those shots like they were earlier, but Hooker does that. Cut the lead now to 18.
18 points is very doable. I can see them trying to get back in the run, get some momentum built up back in this game. They haven't given up yet, obviously.
Trying to respond as here comes now another, but there's that 4 center sophomore. Man, Michaela Everett, she is talented. She has been a star player obviously for Louisburg Hurricanes tonight or this afternoon. Don't forget, we're at Garner, 4:30 Eastern time for the tip-off between North Edgecombe Warriors and the Clayton Comets. The win last night over the Willow Springs Storm. Jaguars women get back to the winning line. They lost to Wake Tech back in December 14th. And the shot for three. Knocked down, and she gets back counsel. They're going to call a whistle. And they are going to call the foul on number 20 of Antonia Worley on the push. And this is going to bring, I believe, Iona Council to the line. She'll shoot two. Or it might just be Jaguar ball, non-shooting foul.
It looked like it was on the floor.
And they're going to put the shot clock 22 in the shot clock, it looked like. As Hooker will set it up for three. No good. That was Jakaya Kelly for the Bears going for three, and it's no good. There's got to come a point, Will, and if you're not making the three shots, you're not on fire no more. You just the lane and force a foul and go for two.
Yeah, especially as big as Everett is.
Charge. It's a charge on Louisburg. Foul is called on Tate Smith.
Especially as
Jaguar ball.
Especially as big as Everett is, I would attack her more in this half, force her to get fouls, get her out of the game, and then maybe to get on a run. But I haven't seen them do it yet.
1 minute remaining here in the third. Boxed in, pressure, counsel, nowhere to go, and Coach Al has to call for a timeout. Man, honestly, he choice there, Will.
Yeah, she was boxed in. She couldn't have anywhere to go. Didn't have really much help to help. Nobody was open, so he had to call a timeout.
We'll take one with him.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve his camera phone. Done. By taking pictures of his important documents and always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from the Council.
For help with food, healthcare, and other resources. Or visit 211.org.
211, how can I help you?
211. Get connected. Get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
20 lead, 55-35, 109 remaining here in the third period. Fire basketball will chalk. Wesley Outland, happy Saturday afternoon to you. As Hooker driving up the lane, coming up short, there's a whistle and a foul. It's on number 20.
Oh, they're calling for a good ball.
We're going to call it on Worley.
I didn't see
Foul on Antonio Worley. Say Jaguar basketball. It's number 1. Deja Robinson will inbound it. Inbound looking Robinson. Robinson from Hooker. Basket no good, but she's fouled. 2 shots coming up. I believe it's on number 5 of Shippey. And it is. Makaira Shao called on for Louisburg Hurricanes. She's a number 5 freshman guard for South Carolina. Graduated from Gaffney High School. And this up Deja Robinson. She's 5'8". From E. Smith. She resides in Boone-Fayetteville. She'll shoot 1. Puts it in.
I like what Robinson's really doing, what we were talking about, Wesley. She's really driving, forcing him to foul because Louisburg's obviously.
Choice left when the threes ain't working. You got to do that, and you got to make your points when the clock ain't running as well.
Yeah, you got 3 points, no clock running. You got to take those, take advantage of those.
Comes now 55-37, lead now
to 18.
That's a big
and
there's
charge.
Another charge. 3 offensive charges in a row on the Hurricanes.
Yeah, that was a big charge. It was very obvious.
Making it happen there. Johnston Jaguars are right now at 3-5, 2-5 in conference play. Most recently lost back in December Tech, and that was an 81-49 loss. By the way, they've lost 4 in a row. Then they had to schedule postpone games, which included Central on December 15th. And then last week, January 8th and 9th, Duke and Catawba. USC Scalacci was also postponed. So they've not played December the 14th. That's the last time they played. They won.
That was a month and a day ago, Wesley.
Man, the last time they won was against Bryan and Stratton College.
And on the upcoming schedule, is that the same team that they're going to play again? Or is that a different location?
What now?
Like, aren't they playing Bryan and Stratton in a few weeks?
They are. They play Bryan and Stratton on Thursday. Be at the Track Center. They were in Virginia the last time they played, and they got that win. Matter of fact, that's their last. And then they beat also Central Carolina Community College on November the 18th. Period. And right now they're trying to pick up another win. 55-37. Yeah, you better get ready. They've now changed it from storm to an ice warning in this area. Boy, getting ready for a winter storm warning, but a storm is brewing. A hurricane front from Louisburg, taking it to the Jaguars. Women's college basketball by the NJCAA. The 4th period is next.
You went car shopping, you meant you ace vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage, You can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AA and the Ad Council.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. The case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescue millions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America Council.
Back here on court, we're ready for the fourth period. All right, Will, what's the coach telling him right here as we go to the Jaguars ball?
For the Johnston Jaguars you're talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I think they just need to get better passes, more screens. I'd like to see a lot more screens trying to get people open, separation to defense.
Council Hooker boxed in, two better pressure now from Jakaya Kelly. Kelly inside, looking as Council slapped away. Going back, rebound, going back is Council. Council, Kelly for three. She called it with one on the shot clock, Will.
Yeah, that was
wow.
Great three, wide open three, trying to get the momentum to bring it back.
55-39, they're trying to get it. And they knocked about 35 seconds off the clock in that last exchange. But response number 20 and puts it in for another two. Antonia Worley, the power forward freshman from Lynchburg, Virginia. She graduated DME Academy. Shot three again.
Three.
They call a three. It stepped over the line. It's a two shot. They said she stepped over the line. Number one, Deja Robinson. It's only two, not three.
16-point
And
game.
here comes, but they're starting to get fired up with these field goals again, though.
Yeah, more momentum. This is how we
going for the three shot. For the three shot, like we saw in the first half, they were throwing bombs there. And now trying to cut back and get out of the cellar. 57-41. 8 remaining here in regulation. Now we're in the fourth period. Turnover, almost got it. Touched Louisburg. It's Jaguars ball. Jaguars will keep possession now as it goes out of bounds. And Hooker will inbound it, getting it to Council. Looks like Jakaya Kelly will back. She's back rolling again, though. She's from Knightdale, one of the Knightdale Knights. We've been at Knightdale this year in high school sports. Robinson about turned it over, and they don't turn it over back to Louisburg. You can't take Will.
Yeah, you gotta hold on. You gotta hold on to the ball these late last minutes.
Can't make mistakes, as it is Jaguars back now on defense.
Oh.
Tate Smith drives up the lane, going Council. Shot for three by Rickson, good for Louisburg.
Seems like the team for the Jaguars hit the floor pretty hard right there, trying to get a
Yeah, Ayanna Council took a hard shot as Ricks went in for the sophomore guard forward from Winter Haven, Florida. And a response there by Hooker. Hooker for three. Now she drives up the lane. Going now short for that shot was number 20. Daviana Campbell. This last touch by the Hurricanes. It will be Jaguar ball. Hooker, the great coverage there on Tate Smith. Tries to go for two. Short rebound. Call a foul, and it's going to be on.
It's got to be on Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson's down the ended. Foul on number one, Deja Robinson, and she's also down on the court. Injury timeout with 7:30 remaining here in regulation in Louisburg.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here. A hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for years he's only said
You can prevent wildfires.
but there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
So number one, Robinson a little limp coming off the bench, and she had to have some help from the Louisburg trainers. We're looking her over right now. And Kaija Washington coming in on sub for the foul was called on Robinson, and it will be Louisburg's ball. 8 up by 18, 60-42, 7.5 remaining in regular. Shippey drives up the lane, tried to get it to Everett, it over. Shot clock now at 10. Everett throws one up, and it's in. Michaela Everett, wow. If Everett wasn't on this team, I wonder what it would be in Louisburg, because she's a saving grace there, Will.
This score would totally be different if Everett was not on the floor right
now. And then you've got a three-point shot there by number 22, Jakaya Kelly, a graduate from Knightdale for the Knights, for the Jaguars, and that's another three.
I think that's 3 of the game.
There's a foul. They're going to call it on number 15 of Council. 3-pointers, you said?
I think it's either, yeah, 6. That was her 6th one. She had 5. That was her first one of this.
6 3-point shots for number 22 today.
For number 5.
Tamara Hook. Apologies. Tate Smith driving up the lane. Basket in 2. Coast to coast. It looks like Robinson's still hopping on one leg. She's going to go to the trainers on now the Louisburg side of the bench. And they're going to look at her here. 64-45. And just a season that's been plagued by COVID, with play not being able to play because of academically ineligible or injuries. Al just trying to find some way to stay in this thing. And now Everett, and there you go again. Everett again for 2.
Can't let her get hot.
McKay and Shelby Ricks have got to be the 2-star players for the Hurricanes today. Cut by Coach. Coach Al will call for timeout for the Jaguars.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost did. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at america.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America. Bank strong.
Never completely ready to adopt.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teens' music.
For dinners where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, be a mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
To you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Well, it's 6:03 remaining here in regulation. 66-45. Under 20 down. Will, can they come back? They got enough time, or are they just right now trying to just finish this thing out? But
there's a little bit of a chance. They just got to capitalize on their offensive possessions. Got to get their back, and they really got to stop Everett here for this Louisburg.
And it's Jaguars on the offense with Council looking down to Washington, and she comes up short. Ball just didn't go in. And then there's a turnover. And to Louisburg.
Hey, get up.
And that's the kind of things that's hurting them today, honestly, Will. Just not being able to basket.
Sloppy turnovers, not really great passes. No ball movement.
That. Delisha Linebarger, and she'll put it in for 2.
And honestly, the listeners think it's pretty loud in here, but there's not really that many people.
It's just the echo of the building, the way the acoustics are inside this building.
That's just how
called, and it's going to, wow, ooh, a little pushing going on there. And the ref said they'll have it. Louisburg and Johnston, a little trash talking there for a moment, and Hooker Council had to step away from them. The referees got involved as well. And Mario Sam Allen and James Mercer, the NJCAA ref, said we'll have none of that. 68-45. Obviously, 23-point lead. Driving up the lane again, Everett. And another.
She's got to at least have 20 points in this game.
Yep.
Got to. She reminds me a lot of Coach Jabbar, the one who runs off people and throws it over the hook shot.
Hooker going down. Kelly for three and short. And responding back was number 20, Anna Campbell, under the basket, and she'll put it in for two. 68-47. 21-point lead. Or is that a 19-point lead? Yeah, 19.
Yeah.
19-point lead. Now it's over more than 5 for 3. McCarra Shippey, 71-47. Game far gone now. Iona Council will now find number 5, Tamara Hooker, throwing a three and made it. And when they're on fire, and they just cut the lead down to 21. 71-50, 4 minutes remaining in regulation here in Lewisburg.
Now here under 4 minutes, I don't see the Johnston Jaguars.
Steal by Washington. She used to do a lot of that back in the Comets, blue and white. Now settles up to Hooker. Hooker puts it to Council, and 2. Well, Will, if that would have been going on at the start of the second half, this might be
a different outcome than it is right now.
Driving up the lane, Everett, basket, and again, it goes to the rim! No good! And the down to the Jaguars, and we got a crash on the court. As Council a little slow getting Iona Council. Zachariah come in on sub, and Council she seems to be okay, but it looks like they're going to have her come out. She was like, I'm all right. I could have kept on. But Iona Council will come back to the bench. Elbow is what she just said. As Thagard will inbound it to Jakaya Kelly. 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Up the basket to Hooker. And Hooker just coming up short. Last touch by the Jaguars. And they'll turn it over, give it back to Lewisburg, Will.
At this point, this game's probably over. I think Louisburg has sealed the deal. Really,
hey, just salvage some pride and just try to finish strong.
Final whistle.
Right to the whistle blows, exactly. As Ricks goes up, she'll take a freeze on her back. Foul called on to Kaya Kelly. Or David, actually. Jaguars for men and women will be back in. And that is on Thursday, January 20th, 6 time. Bryan and Stratton College taking on the Johnston Jaguars for women's basketball. Stratton College Bobcats. So that will be for women. And then the Pitt Bulldogs Centerville travel to the Schrack Center to take on the Johnston Jaguars. And remember, they won 2 on December the 15th, a month ago, before the Christmas break. Have that doubleheader for you for not only the Community Radio Network, but Sierra Sports Productions on Jaguar Athletics YouTube TV, beginning at 6:15 next Thursday.
Airball 3 there by
or should I say this Thursday?
Yeah. Well,
73-2. Remember the game scheduled for tomorrow with the Valley Redhawks has been postponed due to, and please be safe in this winter storm. It's now changed a lot more to ice than is what they're calling for. Number 0 driving up the lane. Zachariah it over now, back to Ricks again. Louisburg, another basket by Ricks. 75-2, 23-point lead. Now make it back to a 20-point lead. Another three-pointer by Tamara Hooker. And honestly, Will, if we would have saw these 3 shots like we saw in the first half and the second half and the third period, this might be a different, might not be down by 20.
Yeah, it would definitely be a closer game. But I think it's a little late for that.
And I also think it needs to be that you got to drive up the lane. You got to drive the lane.
Yeah, I haven't seen many people drive except for really Robinson on this Jaguars team. He's made a bunch of open, contested shots, and they just haven't been going in for the Jaguars.
Don't forget, we pack it up here from Louisburg, and we head to Garner coming up at 4:30. As is part of the Martin Luther King Classic, the Clayton Comets will be taking on North Edgecombe off at 4:30. Our pregame with Kim Winslow, Will Chalk, and myself is at 4:15 time at Garner Magnet. As right now, number 5 at the line, McCarris Shippey is going to be leading 2. And first basket in, next basket no good, to 21. And they turn it over, and it's going to go back to Lewis. No, it's a foul actually.
It's on
Louisburg. Yeah, Michael Cornell gets the foul for the Hurricanes.
Might be a 1-and-1 situation.
Jaguar basketball, and the refs come to the table again. 55 seconds in play remaining here in regulation. Remember, we pack her up and get ready for tonight at 4:30 this afternoon. Garner and Clayton and North Edgecombe Warriors. And a shot goes to Kelly. Kelly back to Hooker. Hooker for 3 again. And look at that. I mean, Will.
8 threes.
8 3-point shots tonight by Tamara Hooker. And the time of the running short here. They'll prepare for Bryan and Stratton Bobcats out of the Commonwealth on Thursday. Shot for 3, 11 celebrations. That's Delisha Linebarger. And we're under a minute in regulation remaining. 59-58, and a steal by Linebarger. Linebarger to Ricks. Ricks and 2. Shelby Ricks going forward for 2. And they're just racking up the points on the Hurricane Jaguars, Will.
Hurricanes are not letting up. They're not going to let up until the final whistle.
And why would you? The whistle blows.
Have fun. Might as well enjoy it while it's here.
Shot, daggered, 3, short, no good. Ball stays in play, and keeping it is Miracle Cornell. There's a whistle. They're foul on number 23, and that's on Daviana Campbell. We will be getting off the air very quickly. Tear down our broadcast equipment and prepare for this afternoon's game, which is about a 45-mile drive from here in Louisburg.
Looks like it's going to be a 1-and-1.
And a 1-and-1 coming up for number 25. And that will be at the line for Louisburg, and that's going to be Miracle Cornell. She's a freshman forward. It's from Franklinton, one of the former Red Rams, Franklinton Red Rams. Second shot here. Basket, good. First one up, no good. 2-shot foul. 88, under 26 seconds remaining, and this game is about to be in the books. Second shot, no good. Rebound.
I would have
from Campbell, and this will probably try to stop it. Shot clock is at 20. Jakaya Kelly short. Rebound. Tried to get it to Campbell. Couldn't get there in time. Offense one more time. Back to Lewis. Makira Shippey. And Shippey gets it stolen away by Kaisha Washington. Foul. She goes on her back.
That was a big
She's
foul.
going to go to the line and shoot 2 or 1-and-1.
Wesley, NC State, and Duke are a close game right now.
How about that?
34-27.
So it's a 2-shot foul for Washington. 82-50. And just the next game coming up here. Remember, next game, this doubleheader college basketball for the NJCAA for women and men. Jaguar Friday on Thursday. The women at 6:30 play Bryan and Stratton Bobcats of Virginia. At 8:30, the Pitt Community Bulldogs play the Jaguars at Stratton. And this game is done. It's over in the books, and it is a heartbreaker for the Johnston Jaguars. 82-6, the final score here.
Go down to the locker room. I'll be
locker room. They'll change, and
basketballs with you.
man, this is a tough break, and they'll have to reset. Have to get ready to go again here. We're going to jump very quickly though, Bud. But man, your final take on things. Obviously, down by 8 at the half. Could have been really strong. Big 3-point shot by Hooker, by Kelly, just coming up short there at the end. If they could have been making those shots, it could have been the Jaguars.
Yeah, they just couldn't really get anything going at the start of the second half, and I really think that impacted the game. Their games stayed hot the whole game. They really just couldn't stop them.
Hell, that's going to be here at Louisburg. We're back in less than about 2 hours from now with pregame team tip-off at 4:30 with the Clayton Comets taking on the North Edgecombe Warriors. But again, from Louisburg, the Louisburg Women College Hurricanes getting the win over the women Johnston Jaguars 82-60. You've been listening to coverage and watching of the NJCAA, the National Collegiate Athletic Association. For Will Chalk, I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you for watching and listening on CR. We'll be back with more in less than 2 hours for high school basketball to close out our doubleheader coverage. And for the Louisburg Hurricanes, they win by 22, 82-60 over the Johnston Jaguars, and they'll prepare for their doubleheader on Thursday, their next game at home.
This copyrighted telecast may not be used, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy this broadcast.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM, anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN. Following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.